What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you a review of the New Balance 1906R or 1906D from the Refined Future Pack in this Castlerock colorway. Today's video was brought to you by Heffelux. When it comes to sneakers, comfort is king. So when you buy a pair of shoes and find out they're uncomfortable, one of the easiest fixes is by swapping the insoles. So that's where Heffelux comes into play. If you check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box, you'll see they sell a variety of eTPU insoles, which really is the same material you'll find inside Adidas Boost. So if you guys are interested to try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout to get 15% off your entire purchase. So this right here is the New Balance 1906R, which adopts the Refined Future or Protection Pack style, which we've seen earlier in the past couple years on the 2002R silhouette. So they're taking that same ripped up aesthetic and adopting it on this silhouette, and recently New Balance has released 4 colorways in this pack. So they've been trickling into shops throughout the past couple weeks, and they retail for a price of $160 US or $195 here in Canada. The style code for this particular shoe is M1906DA, and the colorway for this shoe is Castlerock, Harbor Gray, and Silver Metallic. So pretty much every New Balance shoe that's been given that Refined Future treatment has been, safe to say, pretty popular. So New Balance is rolling the dice, and they're hoping that that similar aesthetic works for the 1906, which is a bit more of a sportier and performance looking shoe compared to the 2002R. So diving into the details of this shoe, the base layer of the shoe is covered in this gray colored mesh. Right above this, we have this synthetic leather overlay with the New Balance N logo in silver, and then overlaid on top of the toe box, we have a light gray suede along with a darker gray suede, and this is done in that signature ripped up style, which looks like the outer layer of the shoe has been torn apart by hand, giving a very imperfect appearance. And the suede used on this shoe is a nice thick cut of this long-haired shaggy suede. Moving downwards, you'll see we have that same combination of dark gray suede and light gray suede, along with more exposed mesh underneath. And then the laces loop through these middle eyelets, which are done in this nylon finish, and they're wrapped with a layer of reflective silver 3M. These two straps intertwine through the New Balance N logo, which is found on the mid panel, and this is what New Balance calls their N-lock technology. So essentially these two strips run down all the way to the bottom of the base of the shoe, so when you tighten up your laces, it gives you added midfoot security and lockdown. Moving further down, you can see we have more combinations of dark gray suede, light gray suede, and mesh. And then on the lateral side only, we have another layer of synthetic leather, and here you'll see we have 1906D branding, which differs from the normal 1906R branding, and I assume that the D is given to shoes that are done in this Refined Future style, which stands for distressed. Surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have this dark gray TPU heel clip with NB found in the middle, and this gives you a lot of support and structure on the back end of the shoe. Turning our attention back to the front, so for laces, these only come with one lace option, and they're just your standard flat style lace in this off-white or sail color. Underneath this, the tongue is crafted using that same mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box, and we have a large synthetic leather overlay running down the tongue, along with more 3M hits in the middle, and we have New Balance running branding at the very top. So the back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe is lined in this gray colored mesh, and then as you take a look at the insoles, so these come with an Ortholite branded foam insole, but the top of the insole is covered in gray mesh, and we have New Balance 1906D branding stamped on the heel. So the upper of the shoe sits atop this familiar midsole that we've seen before on the 2002R. In fact, both shoes utilize this exact midsole, which is actually taken from the 860 V2 silhouette, and this midsole is crafted using a combination of Absorb and Absorb SBS. So it's painted in this vintage looking cream color, and we also have New Balance's Energy technology visible on the lateral side of the heel, which are these gel-like pillars which help with impact protection and shock absorption. And then finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, so this outsole is crafted using black colored rubber. We still have that same diamond-shaped traction pattern on the forefoot, along with these grooves to give you added flexibility, and underneath this in the middle, we have a cream-colored TPU shank plate, which is what New Balance calls their stability web technology, and this helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe, and for those wondering about sizing, so my feet measures as a true size 10 on a Brannick device, slightly on the wider side. And historically, I've stuck true to size in models like the 1906R and the 2002R as well. Getting these in a size 10, I found that they fit ever so slightly roomier than my other 1906Rs that are crafted using a combination of mesh and synthetic leather. I don't know if it's just the material used on this shoe, or maybe it's just a manufacturing inconsistency, but I know some people have said that the 1906R fits a little bit snugger than the 2002R. I didn't really find that to be the case, but this specific pair was noticeably a bit more roomy and a bit more wide foot friendly compared to the other colorways that I own. So I feel like for the majority of people out there, you can still stick true to size for this pair. Unless you're kind of in between sizes and you like more of a snug one-to-one fit, then you can probably go a half size down on these as well. To give you guys a point of comparison, I go a half size down in a lot of made in USA New Balance shoes like the 992, 993, and the 990 V3, V4, V5, and V6. And in comparison, I stick true to size in models like the 2002R, the 1906R, and a lot of made in UK models like the 991, 1500, and the 1530. Moving on to the comfort, so the 1906R is a very comfortable shoe. This midsole that they utilize, which is the same one on the 2002R, gives you a good balance of cushioning and softness while still giving you support and stability. And for some reason, I don't know again if it's just this specific pair or maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me, but I found that the cushioning on this specific model was a little bit firmer compared to my other 1906Rs and my other 2002Rs. So I tried on this pair and then right away I tried on another 1906R and the cushioning felt ever so slightly firmer, especially underneath the forefoot. That's not to say it's uncomfortable by any means, it's still a very comfortable shoe, and the upper of the sneaker feels very broken in and soft straight out of the box, so you don't have to worry about any break-in time. So for an everyday casual use sneaker, this pair will feel nice on feet. Finally, from an overall build, quality, and craftsmanship standpoint, first off, material quality, even though this is a made in Vietnam New Balance shoe, I thought that the suede they used was pretty nice. It's a very nice thick cut of suede, and it didn't have a scratchy synthetic feel to the touch. But the leather panels they used on the shoe was very synthetic, but it's the same sort of material they've been using on the other general release colorways as well. And from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, my pair was pretty flawless. I didn't notice any issues with the stitching, no glue stains or anything like that, the paint job was good. So all in all, this was a very solid general release pickup from New Balance. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. Overall, I gotta say the refined future pack treatment really works well on the 1906R. And while I have to give the edge to the 2002R if I'm comparing both refined future packs head to head, in a way it's refreshing to see something familiar but on a new silhouette. And if we're talking about the 4 colorways in the 1906 refined future pack specifically, I think my personal favorite is this Castlerock colorway. I love the subtle contrast between the different shades of gray on the upper of this pair, and it's complemented so well with this vintage looking cream midsole. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this refined future pack 1906R in this Castlerock colorway. Of all the 4 pairs in this pack, which of the 4 is your personal favorite? And for anyone watching, were you guys also able to grab these as well? Did you take an L on these, or are you just waiting for your local store to drop them? Or is this going to be a pass for you? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter account at sean.go and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.